Hello, students. Welcome to Easy Limo Learning Simplified. I am your teacher, Mr. Stanley Mbogo. So, dear students, we are having a very interesting session, and that is understanding exam language. So, the reason why I call it an interesting session is because sometimes, as students, we fail in exams not because we do not know the right answers to some of the questions asked, but we fail because of a number of things. Some of them include our timing. That is, are you able to uh, take the exam within the given time? And the next thing is some of the vocabularies used in exams, etc. and etc. So in this session, I'd like us to look at understanding exam language. How can we understand exam language so that we ensure that we do well in our exams? So uh, number one, we are going to look at the definition of an exam. And the next thing, we are going to look at some of the ways to prepare for exams. And number three, or the last thing, we are going to talk about some of the things that we are supposed to do when taking exams. So under the first thing, that is the definition of exam. So dear students, an exam is a formal test that you take to show your knowledge or ability in a particular subject or to obtain a qualification. So under preparing for exams, dear students, after studying your subject thoroughly in readiness for exams, the following guidelines will increase your chances of performing better. So the first thing is being open-minded and expecting variations in the way questions are asked. So remember, when you talk about someone who is open-minded, is someone who is willing to obtain information, that is learn more, get other people's perspectives and opinions. So do not memorize answers to questions you formulated while studying. And again, don't expect to reproduce those answers. The next thing, relax and hope for the best. That is before taking your exams. So as you plan to put your best foot forward, and also do not be overconfident, for it will blind you to the real challenges posed by the exam questions. On to the next thing under preparation for exams as a student is that ensure you have all the stationery required. So make sure you have more than one pen, for instance, just in case one fails. And another thing is that you may use a good fountain pen if you have access to one. Also ensure that you read the exam timetable quite well so that it is clear in your mind when and where you are supposed to take particular exams. And now, that aside, under preparation for the exams, so the next question is, what are we supposed to do when taking the exams? So, dear students, do the following when taking your exams. So, the first thing is that check on the time allocated for the particular exam you are sitting. Then divide it according to the number of questions you are expected to answer. So talking about the time allocation for the exams, different exams have got different time allocations. For example, if we are talking about mathematics, in most cases, mathematics will have a time allocation of 2.5 hours. If we are talking about you know Other subjects, chemistry, for example, again 2.5. There are those that take 1 hour. We have those that take 1.5, and we have other papers that take 2 hours. So ensure that you check on the time allocated for the particular exam you are sitting. Then divide it according to the number of questions you are expected to answer. So the next thing, read the rubric questions carefully and find out how many questions you are expected to answer. And if all questions have equal marks, then plan to spend equal amounts of time on each. Find out if there are compulsory questions and also if there are questions with alternatives. So talking about questions with alternatives, there are questions containing words or phrases like or, either or, etc. So answering both will be a waste of time, as one of the answers will be disqualified. So the next thing when you are taking your exams, dear students, is that ensure you understand the keywords in each question. And have in mind that if you do not know the meaning of an important word in the attempt, another one, unless the question is compulsory. So this means, however, that in your studies, you should learn all the major terms that apply in a given subject. Then on to the next thing as you take your exams is that analyze each question that you answer. In other words, break the questions down into different constituents or features. Some questions specifically ask for illustrations and examples, and others might need to be answered in 2 or more parts. So in other subjects, you might also need to or you might be expected to illustrate your answer with a diagram or a map. And again, draw up an outline to guide you in answering a question. And again, it is important to note that when answering your question, start with the simplest question and then progress towards the most difficult. So this procedure will enhance your confidence and make it possible for you to do your very best on questions that you consider easy. And again, another thing that I did not mention in the previous point under drawing up an outline to guide you in answering a question is that it is easy to forget a key point if you do not have an outline. So that is the main reason why you should draw up an outline to guide you in answering a question. So on to the next thing, that is the last thing that we are supposed to do when tackling questions, is that we are supposed to spare a few minutes at the end of the exam to proofread the answers and correct careless mistakes. So this is also the time to ensure that your name and registration number are on the exam script. So dear students, this brings us to the end of the session. Thank you for watching till the end, and remember to always keep it easy, Elimu. Until next time, bye.